Hello everybody, we are back. We're going to be doing our next writing poetry lesson, which is Poetry Lesson 6, Senses Poems. Remember, my screen looks different than yours. I know I always say that, but I just have everything on mine waiting to send to all of you. But yeah, we are doing Poetry Lesson 6, Senses Poems. When you open it up, you're going to see that there are 3 parts for you, or I should say 3 steps. Step 1 is to open this video that I'm making right now. So as soon as I'm done, I will put it on there. But then step 2 is open this for notes about the lesson. Step 3 is I have a folder full of senses, poems, examples. Remember, when you are doing yours, you can rewatch this video for if you're confused about anything or just wanted to relook at something. Or you can go to step 2, which has some notes about this lesson. So let's go to step 2, open this for notes about the lesson. And that's where we're going to start by reading the goal. So up at the very top, it says, I can use ideas. So everybody, let's start reading it. I can use ideas. Ready? I can use ideas about the hearing senses, feeling senses, smelling senses, tasting senses, and seeing senses to create senses poems. Remember, we have 5 different senses. We have the sense of hearing. We have the sense of feeling or touch. We have the sense of smell. We have the sense of taste. And we have the sense of sight or seeing. And so that's what all these poems, they're all going to be themed around that. So step 1, read these coaching tips. So these are things that you can come back and read when you are trying to make your own poems. We're going to read that first one. Your poem can use. So your poem can use just one sense or all 5 senses. And that's what I'm going to give some examples of too, where you can just use the sense of smell, or you can use all 5 of them, or just 2 of them, whatever, totally up to you. You can write one-sentence poems, acrostic poems, or couplet poems. So remember, you can always go back and look at any of the previous lessons just to look at some of the different poems we've done. When you're done, make sure to reread your poem before you post it. You just want to make sure it's the best it can be. I can't say this enough. Write about what you know. You don't want to write anything that you don't really know much about. And then after you post a poem, read others and make positive comments about their poems. Or you can ask the poets questions, each other, like, how did you think of those ideas? Making sure everything is positive and appropriate when you're commenting for other people's poems. Step 2, we're going to be clicking to the back arrow to go look at the Senses Poems folder for examples. And then after I'm done talking about those poems, I'm going to show you how to write some of your own on Seesaw. So in the top left corner, we're going to hit the back arrow button. Then I'm going to go to step 3, Senses Poems. So right there. And you're going to see there are 4 different poems for examples. So number 1, apples. Okay. So apples. So the title is apples. That means the entire poem is about apples. And this is by Natalie. I see a red ball up in the tree. I feel the apple's smooth skin. I taste a juicy apple. I hear the bees buzzing in the apple tree. I smell fresh apples in the tree. So it uses all of them. See, feel, taste, hear, and smell. Number 2 is chicken noodle soup. Chicken noodle soup. I hear slurping and slurping like. I smell chicken. I see yellow broth. I feel slippery noodles. I taste salty vegetables. What could it be? It's chicken noodle soup. And sometimes you'll see that with senses poems. At the bottom, they'll say, what could this be? And then it'll give basically almost kind of like a riddle. Like it's like a bunch of steps for a riddle. So you could always do that too. If you want to, you can post a poem. And then at the bottom of it, write what could it be? Or who could it be? And then you could do a follow-up. Like you could post that, and then you could send another one with the answer for it to kind of have people kind of have to guess what it is. Be kind of fun. Number 3 is popcorn. I hear the pop, pop, pop. That's that onomatopoeia. Remember, an onomatopoeia word is a word that sounds, like pop, pop, like popcorn popping. I smell something buttery. I see something white. I feel something soft. I taste something salty. What could it be? It's popcorn. So there's another example of kind of turning it into a riddle. And then number 4, summer. Now this one's a little bit blurry, but summer. Summer is yellow. It tastes like lemonade. It sounds like kids splashing in a lake. It smells like dandelions. It looks like boating. It makes me feel overjoyed. So just another example. And all of these examples use all of the senses, but when I'm going to show you on Seesaw, you don't have to do that. But I'm going to stop the video here, and the next part will be going to Seesaw.